excuse me, what is a soldier without a gun? You might as well be a soldier and go home.
Be American.
I didn't say that. I'm just giving those funny statements because, you know, I think as an Israeli, that's the way God made me, you know. So, anyhow, so you can definitely tell your friends that they've been brainwashed by CNN, and if they don't come to Israel, they are missing something very good, very important. And I'm sure by the time you go back home to America, you say, it's been such a wonderful experience. We had the best tour guide in the land.
Yeah, we did.
And the Bible has become alive. That's really feel like you come home. I mean, that's what it's all about. So, you can tell your friends they're missing by not coming here.
Right.
And they've been brainwashed by CNN. They keep being brainwashed by CNN. That's what they want. But the point I want to say is this. Many times we watch media and we get our information from the media, where we should really get our information from the scriptures and from building relationship with believers. Can I get an amen to that?
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm not preaching well, you can throw tomatoes at me. Okay. So anyhow, I came to America in 1984, 27 years ago. And my first stop was to, after I finished my duty to my country, at Israeli Air Force. And I went to visit my sister. Simcha, she's a believer, she's married. And she lives in Florida. She used to live in Florida. And my first Sunday when I was there, she's gently saying, Avi, I would like you to come with me and my husband to church. And my reaction was, which is the normal reaction of every Israeli when you ask me to come to church, was, excuse me, what do you think? You're a Jew, are you crazy? What are you doing to church? Don't you know we Jews don't go to church? What are you doing there? And this was the normal reaction that you would find when you ask an Israeli to come to church. No. And she was very gracious. She said, it's not what you think, come and check it out. And she said, yeah, bring your Hebrew Bible. And then if you don't like it anymore, that's okay. You don't have to. She gave me a challenge. Now you have to understand, I was in the Israeli Air Force. Give me a challenge. I'll take it. I'll prove it. I can do it. So I went with her with my Hebrew Bible. Now when I say the Hebrew Bible, I mean the Old Testament only. So I took my Hebrew Bible, the Old Testament only, and I went there to this, with my sister, to this Baptist church, First Baptist Church in Gainesville, Florida. And I went there with my Israeli Air Force pride. You know. I know it all. I'm going to prove those Christians that don't know anything. I know the Bible in Hebrew. I'm going to prove that Jesus is the Messiah. That's my mind. But you know, God is a wonderful God, in spite of our pride. And I went there, and I saw young, wonderful people just worshiping.
Yeah, somebody will stop.
And as they were worshiping, I was in total shock. Because in my mind, I was expecting to see monks and nuns, historical churches, people bound down to the statues of Mary, and those people who worship three gods, and every time they see a cross, they bow down to the crucifix. And this is what I was expecting to see. And this is the normal way that when you talk to an Israeli about Jesus or Christianity or coming to church, this is what he's expecting to see, a dead museum. And many Israelis go to Europe to see those places, the capellas and all those things in Rome. So the reason I say this is that was my expectation. And when I went there and I saw people just worshiping Jesus, loving God, I was in total shock. And I was like, we are all the dead people. We are all the monks and the nuns and the statues of Mary. Didn't see any of that. So, but as I looked at them, as they were worshiping the Lord, I looked at them and I knew they have something I don't have. Basically, they provoked me to jealousy. It's written somewhere. And then when they finished worshiping, the pastor came and he came to give a sermon, and I sat there and I'm like, oh great, oh no, he's going to talk about religion. I don't need more religion. We have enough religion in Jerusalem. You want religion? We'll send it to Jerusalem. We have plenty. And he opened his mouth and he said, God is love. God is a loving Father. He wants a relationship. He basically gave the basic gospel message. And when I heard this for the first time in my life, I was in total shock. I was like, what is he talking about? God is love? What's that? Never heard of that. All I knew is God of religion. What do I mean by that? The picture of God I had, that God is standing with a big stick in the corner, and every time you do something bad or you do a mistake, boom, 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 boom.